Hello, and welcome to this video guide for completing the Striking Tree Hard in Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. My name is TSDS, and in this video you'll learn everything you need to know to unplug Ramuh. While this encounter isn't very hard, there are a few mechanics that can easily trip up a first timer. Luckily for you, I'm here, and I'll explain it as clearly as I can, so let's get on with it. At the start, your main tank will pull the boss and turn him away from the group. As the main tank, your job for this entire fight is to keep the boss where he is while moving in and out of his AoE blasts now and then. Ramuh will occasionally target the main tank with Shock Strike, which is a fairly hard-hitting move. While tanks can eat these, your other group members cannot, and the attack will hit anyone standing near you. Later in the fight, adds will spawn, but the rest of the group will take care of those. Refrain from helping out because you may end up getting someone killed, or worse, expelled. One of the main mechanics in this fight is Thunderstorm. Throughout the encounter, Ramuh will target random parts of the arena and random players with Thunderstorm, although not the main tank. These attacks are signified by sizable electric-looking AoE zones around affected areas and players. Just like Shiver's Hailstorm, you'll take a hit for every AoE zone you're in, so it's best to stay spread out during this encounter. Notice though that thunderstorms that target random parts of the arena leave behind small floating lightning balls. For every lightning ball up, Ramuh's Shock Strike gets more powerful, however this doesn't really matter in hard mode. Anyway, more on that in a moment. Two other mechanics interact with Thunderstorm, and this is the primary cause for confusion in groups fighting Ramuh. The first is called Terror. Ramuh will target a random player, again not the main tank, and effectively stun them for 40 seconds. You can tell who's being targeted with this by the huge targeting reticule on top of the player shortly before the stun. The only way to get rid of Terror is by dropping more bombs in the Middle East or by getting the terrorized player hit by Thunderstorm. This means you'll need to keep an eye out for stunned players and stand near them if you get targeted by Thunderstorm so that the attack hits them as well. The other mechanic is Rolling Thunder. What happens here is that two random players get linked with a beam of lightning. Using any skills while linked causes you both to take damage. The only way to remove this debuff is by having one of the linked players get 3 stacks of electroconductivity. 1 stack is gained for every floating lightning ball that you run through, so get moving. Only one player needs to get 3 stacks, and it can get a little awkward if both players are collecting orbs, as the orbs can run out, forcing you to wait for another thunderstorm. My best tip here is to simply start running through them as soon as you realise you're linked, so that the other linked player may notice you're already collecting them, allowing for a smooth removal. At 60% health, Ramuh will summon 3 Gray Arbiters. These adds can't be tanked and will occasionally throw lightning in front of them. While not very noteworthy, they are tied to the white mechanic, so make sure you kill them as fast as you can. After a decent amount of time, Ramuh will cast Judgment Bolt, but if the adds are dead, it won't do much damage. From here on out, just continue to deal with the thunderstorms, terrors and rolling thunders, and the boss will go down. At around 30-ish%, a single Gray Arbiter will spawn, but this can be safely ignored. And that's the fight. While it looks quite electric at a glance, it's actually fairly easy. And now for some final tips. For off tanks, you basically have an easy ride here, so just pretend you're a DPS. And for everyone, remember to keep an eye out for terrorized players and free them with your thunderstorms whenever you can. Hell, people will love you for doing this. If you enjoyed the guide, then let me know, and if there are any other encounters or perspectives you would like to see, check out my channel or feel free to ask me to create one. Thank you for watching, and good luck.